Hey guys, it is currently 2:22 in the morning on April 19th, but we're going to go ahead and talk about day 18 of April CampNaNo. So on the 18th, I didn't get around to editing Letters from Madman like I'd hoped, but I did manage to work through all 12 of my work in progresses, which is awesome. I spent 5 minutes on every single one except for TE, TFL, and PRV, which I spent 10 minutes on, and that was just to move things along. And I got through all of them by 7:46 in the morning, but at that point I still had a headache. I was still dizzy, so I called it quits for the day there, played Far Cry, and just I couldn't do any more writing, and I wasn't going to get around to editing. And then I slept in pretty late, and by that point I just decided to save Letters from Madman for today, the 19th, and I'll talk about that after I get through all of the word counts here. So I started with the gang war and wrote 282 words there, 240 in Thundering Hooves, 458 in TE, 466 in TFL, 414 in PRV, 214 in Poisoning of John Doe, 248 in Books and Badges, 186 in Graham, 262 in Voice of the Wild Places Z, 144 in Pimmons Legend Valiant Fighter, 236 in King of Darkness, 150 in the Untitled Zombie Thing, and that brought my total written for April 18th to 3,300 words, and my total for the month so far to 51,184. So, hooray. Things are going well in all of those books. Some days are slower than others, and others, like yesterday, I wasn't focused on spending a ton of time on them or making a ton of progress in them, but I'm still happy with the 200 to 400 words that I wrote in the majority of them, and the 100-ish that I wrote in a couple others. The game plan here for the 19th is to edit some more in Letters from Madman, because since I made it through all of my books yesterday, I am at the end of the thing here. There you go. So the next thing that I work on is my edit count. So that's the game plan, is to work on that today. I'm on chapter 16 right now, and I'm primarily taking notes. I have the book open here, and the notes open here. Generally, I hate the setup that I have out here, because to take my notes I do need to have a second screen open, and sometimes I do that on my phone, but since I take my notes in, well, note style, I don't know how to explain it to you, so I'll take a picture of it with my phone so I can show it to you. But the way I take notes makes it very, very hard to see on my phone screen because it's too small. Even when it's tilted in landscape mode, it's just very hard to see because of how far away everything is from the screen, or from one side of the screen. So it's just, you know, one of those things that having the notes on the tablet is my best option, and having the book on my phone is the best option. It just makes it a pain, and it's one of the reasons that I'm not making a ton of changes in the actual book right now. I'm just worrying about the notes. But this is how I take my notes. This is how I learned to take notes in middle school for science class. I don't know what it's called. I call it the outline method. I think that's what it's called. But that's how I take my notes, and I do that when I write them on paper as well. But it makes it difficult to see on my phone because, like, this is the book itself, but as you can see, it doesn't show a ton of words at once. And I have my screen locked, but even when it's tilted this way with those notes, most of everything starts like here, so there's barely any room for those notes to show, so it will be like one word per line. So, you know, doing what I can. I'm normally not on the desktop on weekends, so I primarily focus on these two screens, so I do what I can with what I have. But yeah, the game plan is to start with Letters from Madman, and then hopefully work through all of my books later on today. And if things go really well, I'll come back to Letters from Madman again at the end of the day. But we'll see. It's 2:26 in the morning right now. I spent the majority of the morning so far remaking thumbnails for my CampNaNo videos on YouTube, because on phone screens, where I write what day it is in the thumbnail is covered by the timestamp, like how much time or how long the video is. So I moved that up to the top and replaced that in all of the April CampNaNo videos so far this month. So I've been doing that first, and then I've also just been sitting here existing, and then I also ate a very late supper. But now that I'm finally sitting here, it is time to get into chapter 16 of Letters from Madman. My note-taking will be slow. This wrist is also killing me, but I just haven't put the brace on it yet. In case you're new here, I also have one for this wrist, so, and this one's just been a huge pain. This is the nicest brace I've got for it, the most stable one, and right now my thumb doesn't hurt, so that's why I'm not wearing the brace with the thumb splint in it as well. And I'm hoping it stays that way, because if it stays that my thumb is fine, I should be able to type relatively okay. It will just be a little bit slower than usual, so there's all of that. I have some more CampNaNo videos to edit today as well, and the main goal before I move back to actual writing is to get through, hopefully, if things go well, chapter 20 of Letters from Madman. So right now I'm on 16, so 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 5. That's the goal. So hopefully things go well, hopefully I can edit the CampNaNo videos, hopefully my thumb remains not hurt, so that way I can just deal with the brace here. Hopefully I can get through 5 chapters of Letters from Madman, hopefully I can get through all of my work in progresses later today, hopefully I can get back around to Rapunzel research again, which I did do a little bit on yesterday, but my notebook is not sitting right here, so I'll show that to you in tomorrow's video. And hopefully I will be able to make it back around to Letters from Madman at the end of the day. I am currently 19 days behind on Edit 3, still aiming for the August release date as long as things get, back to normal with Amazon shipping and KDP and all of that, and I absolutely understand why they're not normal right now, but I need to do some editing. So I'm hoping that things go well today. But that is all that I have for day 18 of April CampNaNo. I hope that your first 18 days of this month have gone well, and I hope they continue to go well throughout the rest of the month here. And if they haven't been great so far, I hope they get much better. But that is all that I personally have for the 18th of April. If you enjoyed this video, a like is always appreciated, and if you'd like to stay updated on my writing, my editing, the gaming videos I upload roughly every Friday, currently CampNaNo, or anything that I do on this channel in between, feel free to subscribe. All the links to my authors pages, as well as links to my social media, are in the description down below, as well as a link to my CampNaNo stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.